Hello, Kevin here with Cruise Speed. Just gonna review this AEM CD5 Dash that I have set up for my Chrysler Conquest. It's mainly done, but I have to take it apart to get some of the wiring harness through the back side of it, so I just wanted to make a quick video of this quick and give some updates on the rest of the car. Here's a template that I made out of paper. Just trace that from the main back part of that. I'll show you that later. Then I cut a piece of aluminum out and put like just a cheap carbon fiber wrap over it. And then I tossed in some LEDs. The red ones are for the brake system and if there's a door ajar. Then obviously the turn signals, high beam, and then the gas gauge, I just cut that out. So I need to get some of the wiring harness for the AEM in there, so I need to flip it around, take it apart, and put all that back together. So here's the wiring I got going on here. This goes to the LEDs and the aluminum plate. There's like a harness that goes to the rest of the body harness right here. I just traced the wiring out and figured out the pinning of everything. I kind of used the manual as well, just to verify stuff, but then I just cut that, spliced and soldered it in. I'll be wrapping this up a little bit neater. This back part's got to actually come off, and I gotta run the GPS cable, USB cable, and the CAN bus cable out of the back of this thing. So here's the back side of the plate. As you can see, it's just the old bezel frame, I guess you'd call it. There's the connector that goes to the AEM CAN bus. The gold one is for the GPS unit, and then the USB is just for the programming of the actual CD5 Dash. So all three of those cables need to get ran through there. This, as you can see, is all basically hollowed out. Just the shell, using that to strap it into the car. So yeah, I just need to hook up them cables and slap it back together. I think I gotta tighten these bolts yet, and then it'll be final. Here we got all the cables put in there. The USB, the AEM net, and the GPS signal. That was kind of a bugger to get at, but I got it with a small wrench. Now it's just time to tighten everything back up and tidy up this wiring back here a little bit, and I'll be doing some other stuff. Alright, so we got all the wires kind of picked up so they're tightly together and kind of loomed. I didn't like tape anything because just in case I made a mistake on the wiring. I tested most of it, but you never know. So here's the cables coming out of the AEM unit. You got your GPS signal if you want to run like your speedometer. That's what I'm going to do with it. And then you have your, two CAN cables. This one with the 4 wires goes to the ECU. So it actually gets powered up by the ECU, so I didn't really have to do any sort of wire tapping for that. And then they give you an additional CAN input as well. you can buy AEM's analog to CAN module in case you need that for your gauges or whatever you want to do. And then we have our USB programming cable. So I'm just going to leave that in there and then find a nice spot to put like a connection in so I can get to it when I want to. So yeah, that's that. I'll probably do another video on that when I get it powered up and start programming that and making displays and stuff. So I guess I'm gonna go on to talking about the Quest. So here's the Quest as it sits now. I had hoped to have this done for the DSM shootout, but time ran out and I just didn't get there. But that's okay. There's always other years. So basically, I have the cooling lines all routed. There's that unit I made in my previous video, because I'm still using the stock heater core. I want heat. So yeah, there's that menagerie, and then the coolant lines just come down and go to the turbo. The turbo is new too. I bought an actual genuine TD05 Evo 3 Big 16G. I used just an eBay one for mock-up purposes. I just didn't want to run that on my car, have it blow up or something. I switched my intercooler piping for the tile unit that I picked up recently, so I cleaned that up a little bit more too. It was kind of janky because it was set up for other things, because it came off the 240 actually. So as you can see, we have the wiring harness laid out. This is a wiring harness from AEM. It's actually the EMS4 96-inch flying lead harness. It's actually really nice because I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not, but they actually like label everything for you so you know where it goes. There's all the injectors and stuff too. I have the new injectors in, one with FIC or fuel injector clinics. So yeah, and then another nice feature, I kind of stole this from Mikey's car too, is the smaller brake booster from a 80s Dodge Challenger. So I guess we'll go inside the car next and just show you that. Alright, we're inside the car. As you can see, parts of it are still red. I don't think we're going to get around that. Right there is where the EMS4 harness comes through. It's in like a nylon sheathing that I bought off of McMaster car. Going down to the AEM EMS4. I just traced the stock ECU. Made like a metal plate to bolt everything to. It's got like a fuse set up, so everything's pre-fused. And then the fuel pump relay is right there too. So there's just a few wires that come down. I think that's for the wideband and then the ignition signal to tell the ECU to start firing stuff. There's these nice cables that come off here. One's obviously going to go to the AEM Dash that I just got done talking about, and then you can also bring in other CAN bus signals. Right here's like a little USB connector for programming the ECU, so that'll probably go in the glove box. Here you can see I actually extended the harness for the wiper blades, because otherwise that ran across the firewall and kind of looks really ugly, so that's a good way to get rid of that. Just run it inside. And then all those other harnesses that go to the trans are going to go inside the car too, just to keep them out of the engine bay. So that's that part of it. I still need to figure out a way to cover up that ugly thing and throw the dash back in once I got everything kind of confirmed. So going back outside the car, here's where that ECU harness comes out. There was another harness that used to go through there, so that's actually the one that I extended. That went to the windshield wiper. some sort of relay, and then to the trains as well. So I'm pretty excited to get started on the wiring side of things. I'll probably make a video about that, going over the details of that, just for other people to reference maybe. And yeah, with that, I think I'm going to end this video. I apologize for the lack of updates on this, but I've been kind of covering other events like the drift events up in Shawano, and then the DSM shootout. Check those videos out as well. We'll have some upcoming videos about Devin's car. He's doing a body kit on the 240. Nick's car, he got his Genesis running again, so we'll be going over that. And so yeah, so we got some exciting stuff coming up. So make sure to subscribe, like, and have a great day.